This is the video for Caesar's Gallic War, Book 5, Chapter 47. Circiter hora tertia, certior factus, which factus is a perfect passive participle, and certior factus means to inform. So having been informed ab antecursoribus de adventu crassi, having been informed. Eo die procedit, and the subject of this is Caesar. He is probably going to be the subject of all of the indicative third-person singular verbs in this passage. So Caesar procedit, XX Aemilia possuum. Praeficit, again, Caesar is the subject. Praeficit crassum samero brevi, and this is a verb that takes an accusative and a dative. So he praeficit crassum in or over samero brevi, que attribuit legionem. And then whenever we encounter a quod clause, we always have to think, is this a quod which or a quod because? So if it's a quod which, it means it's a relative pronoun and it's a neuter singular relative pronoun, which means it has to have a neuter singular antecedent. But if I look in this passage, in the sentence before it, crassum, masculine, samero brevi, feminine, legionem, masculine. So none of the nouns are neuter, so therefore this cannot be a neuter singular relative pronoun, and it's a because. So attribuit legionem, because ibi, all the way down to this verb, reliquebat, again, subject to Caesar, reliquebat, impedimenta exercitus, this is genitive singular, obsides civitatem, genitive plural, litteras publicas, fermentum omne, quod, we have to ask the same questions we were asking here, except if I look right before quod, I see a neuter singular noun. So this is a quod which, and this is a quod because. This is a quod which because it has a neuter singular antecedent. So which, de vexerat, again the subject is Caesar, causa, for the sake of, tolerandi hiemis, eo. Fabius, ut imperatum erat, pluperfect passive indicative, ita moratus, perfect active infinitive from a deponent verb, perfect active participle from a deponent verb, morata, ita moratus, having moratus, non multum, in itinere, occurrit cum legione. Labienus, interitu Sabini et caede cohortium, this is genitive plural, cognita, so this, and this, all ablative absolute, so with the interitu Sabini et caede cohortium having been cognota, cum omnes copiae treverorum veniscent, this is a pluperfect active subjunctive, ad eum, veritas, this is a perfect active participle, veritas, si facisset, pluperfect active subjunctive, profectionem similem fugae, this is a dative with this special adjective similem, so similem to a fugae, ex hibernis, so veritas, if all this happened, posset sustinere impetum hostium. Remember that verbs of fearing with are afraid that not. So there's a missing non here. So afraid that he could not sustinere the impetum hostium. Praesertum quos, and the antecedent of this quos is hostium, which I know from the note, which is kind of a long note, but anyway. So especially quos, meaning those hostium, whom, sciret, Notice this is singular. Whom sciret eferi. This is a present passive infinitive. Recenti Victoria. So afraid that non-possent especially since he knew all this. Remittit litteras Caesari, cum quanto periculo, adductorus esset, and this is a future active participle with an imperfect subjunctive of sum. So the best way to translate that is like, he would do something. It's kind of a weird form. Don't see it that often, or a weird verb form. Don't see it that often, but anyway. Cum quanto periculo, he would adductorus esset legionum ex hibernis. This is what was in the litteras. Prescribit rem gestam in eberonibus. Docet, and then we have docet, which is a verb that introduces an indirect statement, plus several accusatives, those are subjects of the indirect statement, plus an infinitive of an indirect statement. That's the verb of the indirect statement. So he docet that omnes equitatus peditatusque copias treverorum concedisse, this is a perfect active infinitive, tria milia passuum longe ab suis castris.